Good morning, guys. Myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today we will be discussing about skin. Please go through my playlist. You will find various topics, different topics I have already discussed. Then you will have a good idea about each and everything. So now let us see what exactly the skin has. So what are the layers? As you can see, epidermis, dermis, and sweat glands. How the sweat glands looks like, and melanocytes, dermis, how the thickness of the skin will be. So everything will be discussed. So whatever the slides has been given, please go through that. Near about 800 plus question papers have been given in my YouTube. Please go through that. Let us see what skill related points are. Initially you must know dermatology. What exactly dermatology? That is related to the study of skin is known as dermatology. The doctors who is specialist in dermatology, that is, he is dermatologist. The biggest organ in the human body, it is very clear, it is an organ, not the gland. If it is gland, then it is liver. If it is endocrine gland, it is thyroid gland. Now it has been asked as organ. So that is, skin is the biggest organ in our human body, but the weight is near about 4 kg will be the weight of the whole skin around your body. The thin layer in the human body, we can recognize when there is a heat growth in your body, automatically your eyelids get boiled. So that eyelids are the thin layer in our human body. The thickest layer, as you can see, near about half centimeters in the foot, that is down of this foot. And the body, in a human body, it's again maximum near about half centimeters of diameter, near about that thickness you will find in this foot, that is heel actually. Skin defends from the radiation, temperature, climate, heat, and transfer of disease. So it is known as jack of all trades. We must know which organ is known as jack of all trades, that is skin, because of all these regions. This will be defended against this radiation, temperature, climate, heat, transfer of disease. So these are all various reasons why our skin acts as a jack of all trades. Here, as you can see to the right of the slide, blood flow, how exactly skin serves as a heart exchanger for thermoregulation. Skin blood flows is adjusted to keep deep body at 37 degrees centigrade. We should know our body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade is the normal. If it is converted into Fahrenheit, that is 98.6. Please go through whatever the conversions. It's very mandatory for your examinations. So let us see exactly what is given in the next slide. Skin related, as you can see how exactly the people they looks like. So the part of the skin, or outer skin, is known as epidermis, and the inner skin is known as endodermis. So please remember, you may be asked the questions like this: what is the name of the outer skin of your body? That is epidermis. If they are asked inner skin, that is endodermis. The color of the skin is due to the melanin. There is a chemical which is present in our human skin, that is identified, that color can be identified with the skin. If the color is red or blue, the more you have the melanin, the more the whitish. So the color of the skin is due to the melanin. Not only skin, even in the hair also. The protein present in skin, we must know. If they ask what is the chemical present in the skin, you have to write melanin. What is the protein present in the skin? This is very important. You should know the difference. If they ask protein, you have to write keratin. If they ask the chemical, that is melanin. So here the melanin is absent in whitish people. I'm sorry, here whoever has got melanin, the more melanin they have, the black there will be. The less melanin will be there. So here the absence, so they don't have melanin at all in these white people, they are known as albinol. So it is vice versa. If the melanin is present, they will be black. and the melanin is absent, then there will be nothing black color, there will be more white people. So these people are albino. So in this type of group, they do not have melanin. Carneous layer, where you will find this type of carneous layer in the palm as well as foot. You will find this carneous layer where you will find maximum sweat glands. You should know sweat glands are maximum present. That is the reason you will be done whenever there is a medical examination in the defense forces, there will be palm test will be there. Endodermis, we should know this is the outer layer of the skin. So should exactly remember epidermis and endodermis. So epidermis is outer layer, endodermis is the inner layer of the skin. So here endodermis has been given. We already discussed epidermis, it's outer one, and endodermis is the second. As you can see, the inner layer of the skin, what exactly present, that is sebaceous glands are present in it, and the place where sweat glands are absent. The sweat glands maximum you will find in palm as well as foot, but in the case of lips you don't find this sweat glands. Maximum sweat glands palm and heel. Sweat glands are absent in which animal? Dogs and elephants. You can see the dogs has got the hair around it, and elephant you don't have these sweat glands. You should remember in which animal the sweat glands are absent, that is dogs and elephant. Scent glands. So this is one thing which has to be remembered. Scent glands are exocrine glands found in most mammals. Mammals, we are aware that whatever the animals which gives milk, which has got mammary glands, they are all mammals. Even human also mammals. They produce semi-viscous secretions which contain pheromones and other semiochemical compounds. These odor messengers indicate information such as status, territorial marking, mood, and sexual power. The odor may be subliminal, not consciously detectable. So these are all odors you will be getting from the various animals. As you can see from the cat which has been given, how this odor will come, that will be helpful during the mating. Here we have few diseases regarding skin. Eczema. We should remember eczema is a condition where patches of skin become inflamed, itchy, red, cracked and rough. Blisters may be sometimes occur. Different stages and types of eczema affect 31.6% of people in the United States. The word eczema is also used specifically to talk about atopic dermatitis, the most common type of eczema. As you can see to the right, how exactly the eczema looks like. So you should remember the eczema is related to what? That is related to skin. Next we have the pellagra. So this pellagra is a disease caused by the lack of vitamin niacin. We should remember vitamin B3 is known as niacin. Because of this deficiency, we get this pellagra disease. As you can see to the right, how exactly it looks like. The symptoms include inflamed skin, diarrhea, dementia, and soreness in the mouth. Areas of skin exposed to either sunlight or function or friction are typical affected first. So they are typically affected first. So these are the few things which are to be remembered. So pellagra is the one. And next we should know psoriasis. So this psoriasis is a skin disorder that causes skin cells to multiply up to 10 times faster than normal. This makes the skin build up into bumpy red patches, as you can see. So the main intention behind all these photographs, you should know psoriasis is the disease which is affected in the body part of, they will be asked. So you have to write that is skin. So these are the important things you have to remember. So what are the diseases of respective organs? They are very important. So please go through whatever has been given with the patients. This makes the skin build up into bumpy red patches covered with white scales. They can grow anywhere, but most appear on the scalp, elbows, knees and lower back. So this will be found in the these places. Athlete foot. You should know what exactly athlete foot. It's a fungal infection. Please remember, athlete foot is a fungal infection. Fungal, you should remember, antibiotics is produced from the fungi. So mushroom is also one type of fungi. So this is one type of fungal infection that affects the upper layer of the skin of the foot, especially when it is warm, moist and irritated. It is as also known as tinea pedis and ringworm of the foot. The fungus that causes athlete's foot is called, you should know what exactly the fungus which is mainly affected for athlete's foot is trichophyton, and is commonly found in floors and in clothing, but in clothes as well as clothing, as well as floor, wherever there is a bathroom and all, on the floors you will find this. So what exactly that fungus is? Trichophyton. So this is very important, you have to remember. Next you have dermatitis. So dermatitis is a general term that describes as a skin irritation. Dermatitis is a common condition that has many causes and occurs in many forms. It usually involves itchy, dry skin or a rash on swollen, reddened skin, or it may cause the skin to blister, ooze, crust or flake off. So this is one thing important we should remember. And I request you guys to go through my playlist. If you want 2100 questions of PDF of GK and GS, you can call me on mobile number 7666730252. So please guys, if you get selected, please let me know. It will be more glad to know that my people got selected, and we will be very happy. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great life.